What is a Zapier, and what does it mean for you and the success of your business? Tune in for this, because once you understand this, it may open up some big ideas for what to do next in growing your coaching business. Let's chat. What's up, Automator? Justin, founder of Automation Mastery, helping untech savvy, mission driven coaches create streamlined systems for your business. Go ahead, as usual, make sure you like, you subscribe, and you share. If you need help getting through and streamlining your business, and you want help in under 90 days, make sure you go over to automatewithease.com. All right, with all that, let's go ahead and hop into this. And what the heck is Zapier, and what does it mean for you? Now, just a quick, brief history lesson, just understanding where this all comes from. So in the mission of automating, the point is to have a system where everything talks to each other. And it's really the free flow of information. It's that digital signature, that digital piece of info that is moving from one spot to another spot, to another spot, to another spot, without you having to be the bottleneck. And so the more that can flow, the better. When all these platforms started out, a lot of folks would create a piece of software that did one thing, right? That meant that it only sent emails, or it only made calls, or it only built websites, or it only wrote blogs. Like, it was, most things only did one or two functions. So now you have these all-in-one pieces of software, which are great. But some folks, you started out and you kind of piece things together. So in order to get this big system rolling that had everything, you had to go out and you had to get, a bunch of different pieces of software. And so that created this issue, because what do you do when you need them to talk to one another? And back then, there really wasn't any easy way to do it. Now, you had some things called webhooks and APIs. If you need to understand what those are, make sure you check out the other links. There's some in the description, but there'll probably be one for at least understanding what a webhook is. I'm going to explain that in a separate video. And it's real simple concept, but I want to just dedicate it to that. Zapier was, so there needed to be something. Something had to change in order to make sure that everybody and everything could work together. And so what companies started to do is they started to have to make these partnerships where one company had to reach out to another one and specifically design some function or feature or code that could speak to and understand the other platform. Now, this meant that if you were a small brand, you had to be able to go out and approach the MailChimps, approach the Salesforces, approach the ClickFunnels of the world. The ClickFunnels, this is pre-ClickFunnels, but you had to be able to go out and speak to and actually make a deal with that company, be able to integrate with them. Or the company had to be able to, they had to actually release code out publicly to say, hey, if you want to connect to our platform, here are the guidelines, here's the coding guidelines, here's what you need to do. You got to stick to this thing. So it became this wild west of some companies needing things certain ways and some companies needing things other ways. And it didn't make it easy for somebody to get anything and connect it to another thing. And so here's where, and then getting too technical, here's where Zapier played a role. Zapier became that translator, right? So imagine, again, us, we're international ambassadors traveling the world, and we only speak our language. How hard would it be for us to travel successfully and be able to communicate? It'd be impossible without a translator to go with us. Zapier is that translator. It allows us, business people out here with the software, to be able to go in, buy a piece of software, and then be confident that it's going to be able to speak to another piece of software, because now you have Zapier, which has become this standard that these platforms can code to, right? And we know we can plug into it. It becomes this bridge that we couldn't cross before. So this makes it easier for that data, the information that needs to go from one place to another, to get through each platform seamlessly. Now, is Zapier perfect? No. Is it? I feel like it is a revolutionary thing that is out there. But Zapier is very powerful. Very, very powerful. So if you've been ignoring it, you've been denying yourself of it, like you trying to understand why you need this thing, and you've been putting it off, you've heard about it, now is the time. Now, unless you have some all-in-one platform, right? Y'all need help with that, again, connect with us. Unless you have some all-in-one platform, you need to understand Zapier, or at least understand the fundamentals of integrating and what that means and what it means for you. That's usually where folks get tripped up, is what does it mean for you and your business and your model, and how should you properly be integrating the tools within your business. But Zapier is that bridge. It's that thing that lets you connect things that weren't originally meant to speak to one another. Even if they speak completely separate languages, there's a standard that Zapier has become that allows them to connect. And so now Zapier is not the only platform out there. It's just the popular one. There are plenty of other ones as well. If you have questions about those, make sure you ask in the comments. I can throw some stuff back out at y'all. So appreciate y'all. My question for you, have you used Zapier before? If you have not, will you check it out moving forward? Again, make sure you check out the other videos and the links if you're trying to understand integration better. There's also some resources over in the tech library, so make sure you check those things out as well. Make sure you share this with a friend, a family member, or a foe. As usual, again, if you want to streamline your mission in under 90 days, go ahead to automatewithease.com. I'll see you in the next video. And as usual, treat each day as a building block to a better future. Peace.